In this question, we're told that in May 2019, the distance between Earth and Mars was 3.9 times 10 to the 7 kilometers. We're also told that a signal was sent from Earth to Mars. And assuming that the signal sent from Earth to Mars travelled at a speed of 3 times 10 to the 5 kilometers per second, in part A, we need to find out how long the signal took to get to Mars. We can use the formula speed equals distance over time. And since we need to find the time taken, we can rearrange to make time the subject. And so we can say that the time taken is equal to the distance travelled divided by the speed. We know that the distance is 3.9 times 10 to the 7 kilometers, and we know that the speed is 3 times 10 to the 5 kilometers per second. And so we can say that the time taken is equal to 3.9 times 10 to the 7 divided by 3 times 10 to the 5. And so we can put this into a calculator to find that the time taken is equal to 130 seconds. Now in part B, we're told that the speed of the signal sent from Earth to Mars in May 2019 was actually less than 3 times 10 to the 5 kilometers per second. And we need to find out how this will affect our answer to part A. Well, our answer to part A is finding the time taken to get from Earth to Mars. We know that the time is equal to the distance divided by the speed. Now if the speed is actually less than 3 times 10 to the 5, we have a smaller denominator, because time is equal to distance over speed, and speed is in the denominator. Now if we have a smaller value in the denominator, we're dividing by a smaller amount, and so our value for time will actually be bigger, because we're dividing by a smaller amount. And to answer the question in part B, we can say that the answer to part A will be bigger than what it was before. And now since this is a calculator paper, we can always check our answer in the calculator. Part B tells us that the actual speed is less than 3 times 10 to the 5, and so we can put any random number into our calculator that's less than 3 times 10 to the 5 kilometers per second. And so we could do something like the distance divided by a smaller value of speed, such as 3 times 10 to the 4, or anything smaller than 3 times 10 to the 5. And when you test that using your calculator, you'll see that the value of time will be greater than 130 seconds. And so we can say that our answer to part B is that the answer to part A will be bigger if the speed is actually less than 3 times 10 to the 5 kilometers per second. Now this question is worth 3 marks. We get the first mark for saying that the time taken is equal to 3.9 times 10 to the power of 7 divided by 3 times 10 to the power of 5. And we get the second mark for getting the correct answer of 130 seconds. And we get the third mark in part B for correctly stating that our answer to part A will be bigger, allowing us to get the full 3 marks needed in this question.